On Global TV News Express, Benue State Governor embarks on stadium renovation and facility upgrade. President Tinubu approves the use of NNPCL dividends for petrol subsidy. In sports, Customs Comptroller General hosted Team Nigeria's wrestlers following Paris Olympics outing. Hello, welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodu. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Niconsat with its parameters showing on your screen. President Bola Tinubu has approved a request by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to utilize their 2023 final dividends due to the Federation to pay for petrol subsidy. The president also reportedly approved the suspension of the payment of the 2024 interim dividends to the Federation in order to augment NNPCL's cash flow. This development is believed will make it impossible for the National Oil Company to remit taxes and royalties to the Federation accounts for now, given what it called subsidy shortfall and foreign exchange differential. Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia says providing digital infrastructure will pave the way for technology advancement in the state. Alia said this when he toured the Galaxy Backbone's Uptime Certified Tier 3 Data Center, Security Operations Center, and Network Operations Center in Abuja. The governor noted that Galaxy Backbone's collaboration with Benue Digital Infrastructure Company is set to enhance the state's digital landscape, providing the technological backbone required for effective governance, economic growth, and improved public services. The Benue State government has embarked on a comprehensive renovation and upgrade of the Akparaku Stadium. The project, which is valued at billions of naira, is estimated at transforming the stadium into an international standard sports complex. The state governor, Hyacinth Alia, expressed his optimism that the revitalized stadium will help reclaim Benue's former glory in sports, particularly football. Global Television's correspondent Aisha Larry Musa tells us more.
Initiated by the Second Republic civilian governor, Akparaku, is a multi-purpose sports complex with facilities that include football fields, basketball courts, athletic tracks, and tennis courts, among others. With a seating capacity of 20,000, it has hosted several notable events, including the finals of the prestigious FA Cup, now known as the Federation Cup. Governor Hyacinth Alia, speaking on the renovation efforts, emphasized his administration's commitment to transform Benue State into a hub of sports activities in Nigeria. He highlighted that the upgraded stadium will not only boost the state's revenue and engage the youth in sports, but also serve as a unifying force for the state.
Football is very unitive. And if I need anything in this state, I need unity. I need unity from all segments. In all families, once it comes to football in Benue, everybody comes out.
The State Commissioner for Youth Sports and Creativity, Tekimbe Ekenge, noted that the stadium has long been in a state of disrepair, depriving young athletes of the opportunity to hone their talents. He expressed confidence that the phased renovation will yield significant benefits for the state's sports development.
For economic gains as well, if we have hosting rights to competitions like CAF, FIFA, you know that it's going to turn around the economic fortunes of the state, because anytime there's a game that is supposed to be played here, tickets will be bought, hotels will be booked, food will be sold. So a whole lot of this, a chain of activities, and it's going to help the state so much.
Ebi Egbe, the contractor in charge of the renovation, assured that his team is working tirelessly to meet the completion deadline set for before the next Premier League season. He detailed the planned upgrades, which will align the stadium's facilities with FIFA and CAF standards.
We're constructing not just the pitch, We're also doing the athletic track, triple jump area, complete seat, total revamping of the stadium to meet FIFA and CAF standard.
Upon completion in 2 months, it is anticipated that not only will the lobbyists and sports enthusiasts return to the stadium, but Benue State may also secure the rights to host international sporting events. From Makodi, Aisha Lare Musa reporting for Global Television.
President Bola Tinubu has embarked on a trip to France, departing from Abuja, the nation's capital. Although the presidency did not state the purpose of Tinubu's visit, Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajurin Gelale, Tinubu will return to the country after his brief work stay in France. The Nigerian Labour Congress NLC says it has hired forensic experts to comb its national secretariat in Abuja for possible bugs planted by the police. The union said the forensic security audit would facilitate the return of its workers to their offices following the recent raid by the police. Last week, the NLC had rejected the explanation offered by the police on the raid and demanded the release of its arrested members and seized documents. Human rights organization Amnesty International says over 1,000 #EndBadGovernance protesters are currently in prison custody nationwide following the recent hunger protests. The protests, which held between August 1st and 10th, turned violent in some parts of the country, with reports of looting and vandalism in several states. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, announced that the police arrested some of the sponsors of rioters who hoisted foreign flags and called for the change of government in states such as Kano, Kaduna, and Zamfara, amongst others. Troops of the Nigerian Army have thwarted a terrorist attack on Saulawa community in Biringwari local government area of Kaduna State. The troops who were on patrol had cleared Medoro and Ngade Aha villages before making contact with the terrorists. A statement by the Nigerian Army says the terrorists engaged the troops in a gunfight, noting that 2 terrorists were killed and weapons as well as 11 motorcycles were recovered after the operation. The federal government has mandated all higher institutions in the country to regularly submit their matriculation list to the Federal Ministry of Education no later than 3 months after matriculation ceremonies. The list, according to the government, must be submitted through the dedicated channel of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board. The initiative is one of the recommendations made by the committee set up by the federal government to combat fake degree mills or racketeers in the country. Members of INEC-accredited observer organizations have called on law enforcement agencies to refrain from harassing law-abiding Nigerians who carry out legitimate election duties. Edikan Michael has the report. All right, the report to come in course of the bulletin. You're watching News Express coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When News Express returns, federal government moves to subsidize electricity for universities and hospitals. Please stay with us. Welcome back. This is Global Television, bringing you live broadcasts of News Express. Thank you for staying with us. In business, the federal government says it will start subsidizing electricity in universities and health institutions under Band A feeders. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, disclosed this in Ibadan, Oyo State. Adelabu, however, noted that the government would not subsidize private businesses operating in these universities and hospitals after the federal government removed subsidies from customers categorized as Band A and upgraded their daily minimum of 20 hours daily. Universities and public hospitals lamented that their energy bills had skyrocketed. The Benue State government has embarked on a comprehensive renovation and upgrade of the Apariaku Stadium. The project, which is valued at billions of naira, is aimed at transforming the stadium into an international standard sports complex. The state governor, Hyacinth Alia, expressed his optimism that the revitalized stadium will help reclaim Benue's former glory in sport, particularly football. The Federation Accounts Allocation Committee has distributed a total of 1.358 trillion naira among the federal government, states, and local government councils for the month of July. This announcement was made in a communique following the committee's meeting held in Abuja. The total distributable funds of 1.358 trillion naira include statutory revenue amounting to 161.593 billion naira. On the foreign scene, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Ukraine, the foreign ministry says, weeks after Kiev condemned him for hugging President Vladimir Putin during a visit to the traditional ally Russia. New Delhi's foreign ministry did not give a date for the visit to Poland and Ukraine, but Indian media reports suggest it will occur later this week. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is in Israel to push for a Gaza truce, says ongoing negotiations may be the last chance to reach an agreement to end the war. Herzog, who holds a largely ceremonial role, says the Israelis wanted to see the return as soon as possible of hostages still held in Gaza since the October 7 attack that triggered the war. In sport, Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service Adewale Adeniyi has hosted Team Niger wrestlers at the just concluded Olympic Games in Paris, while commending them for their patriotism and strong representation of the country for reaching the semifinals and quarterfinals. During an event in Abuja where he hosted the athletes and their officials, Adeniyi expressed confidence that with the right support and environment, the wrestlers will soon return to medal-winning form. He emphasized that the celebration of their efforts, despite the lack of medals, serves as an inspiration for younger athletes, demonstrating that the Federation and the country value their dedication and hard work invested in every endeavor, regardless of the outcome. In a highly charged main event at the UFC 305, South African fighter Dricus du Plessis retained his middleweight title, defeating Nigerian-born Israel Adesanya by submission in the fourth round. The grudge match, which had been fueled by pre-fight tensions over race and identity, culminated in a dramatic turn of events as du Plessis secured the victory with a rare naked choke. Adesanya, a former two-time champion, came into the fight determined to reclaim the belt he lost to Sean Strickland last September. Despite trailing 2-1 on the scorecards heading into the fourth round, du Plessis turned the tide with a series of powerful hooks and jabs, followed by a decisive takedown. As we end Global TV News Express, here is a quick look at some of our top stories. Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia has embarked on stadium renovation and upgrade of the facility. President Tinubu has approved use of Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation dividends for petrol subsidy. And finally, in sport, Custom Controller General Adewale Adeniyi has hosted Team Nigeria's wrestlers following Paris Olympics outing. That's it on News Express, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We are on DSTV channel 365, channel 276, and free-to-air Nightcomsat, and its parameters showing on your screen. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using Global TVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Anthony Momodi. Thank you for watching.